That range is usually around 10 to 12 around this time. Normally we try to go super heavy and go 6 to 8, but not for today. For beginners, I would probably say doing this, you don't want to use much momentum until maybe your last set. And that's just so that you get some good quality reps. Really good pumps right now, good contractions. Definitely feel everything in the biceps right now. So the second exercise I was doing was some old school concentration curls. Some people have seen this from Arnold Schwarzenegger and Pumping Iron, and I just tried to steal it and make it my own. Normally you do a concentration curl with your elbow up against your thigh and pretty much admire yourself as you're lifting. But I just wanted to stand up, hold on to something, and then do the same thing. I don't use a whole lot of momentum, you know, with swinging my body as I would sitting down. I mean, you know, you would think, oh, you're sitting down, you'd be more stable, but sometimes you start leaning forward and all this other stuff, and I just feel like this works good for me, and also Arnold did it. So shout out to the Governor. The only problem with this exercise I've noticed is that a lot of guys will tend to swing their whole body while they're doing this exercise. So if you can really manage to not swing, you actually, in my eyes, get a better contraction. After that, we did some seated incline curls, and seated incline curls, I truly believe, are a great isolation exercise.
Time to bring the pain. Oh, yeah.
I've been doing this from pretty much my whole pro career, and I just noticed that I was able to really isolate the bicep. Like as you're getting closer to contest, you know, what we're trying to do on each rep is to make sure that, you know, we're keeping our core tight. We don't want our abdomen to expand, you know, too much. We want to breathe within the belt. What this is going to do is give you a lot of practice. So then when you're actually up on stage, hitting poses, you know how to breathe. All right, so that's it for the bicep portion of this workout. We just finished off with some sevens. Definitely feeling a good pump right now, but work's not over yet. We got some triceps, so we're gonna go over to the press down machine and go hit it. Started to do triceps, we went with the tricep push down, great pre-exhaustion exercise, and it helps me get pretty much all the heads of the tricep in one exercise. I can really try to focus on the entire movement, you know, from start to finish. A lot of people want to know how I get my triceps the way they are. It's right here, hard work doing these triceps. Been doing these ever since I started. Reading in the flex. I think it was Kevin LeBron's tricep workout or something. So sorry, Kalo, but I had to steal your stuff. It's working though. You know, a lot of people think that, you know, a lot of us got a bunch of secrets and things like that, but I mean, my secret is just, you know, hard work, dedication, and technique, you know, and consistency with all that. All right, so next off, we did some tricep extensions. Normally we would do them overhead with a dumbbell or lying flat doing skull crushers, but today we just wanted to use the machine side backs just to change things up. As I'm depleting, you know, a lot of the fat out of my body, your joints start to ache. So this exercise pinpointed the tricep without having any elbow pain. This is definitely the part where I like to stress the most, is to finish how you started. You started off with good intensity, you finish with good intensity. So the last thing you want to do is let up off the gas. I mean, heck, man, this is arms, man. Like, you're supposed to get excited. You know, every guy out there, I think every person that works out likes to train arms. So, you know, especially when you get ready for a contest, this should be the exciting moment, because you know that you're going to be, you know, sitting on swole when you walk out of here. So we're not going to let up. We're going to continue to fight. We're going to knock out 4 sets of this, and then go home and go eat. So let's go ahead. So lastly, we did some dips using a plate loaded machine, and I love it. Usually on my last and final set of a workout, I try to set like a rep goal. You know, normally it'd be like 10 to 12 repetitions, but you know, with it being an Olympian and everything, I think I should go for 15. If I get 15, then I know I'm in good shape. So it's just a great burnout exercise. You can go heavy, you can go light, you can go one hand, you can go both. You can change up grips. It's just a great overall exercise. All right, there you have it. Last arm day completed. 2009 Mr. Olympia. 2009 Mr. Olympia prep, that is. Hopefully they'll call me Mr. Olympia 2009 on Saturday night. Definitely feeling good right now with the results of this workout. Arms have always been a pretty big strong point in my physique, but I think this year, of all years, the rest of my body started to catch up. And that wasn't because I wasn't training arms, it's just that the volume was different, the exercises were different, but also the intensity was different on my other body parts. So with that said, I mean, you know, right now I feel like I'm probably at my most complete, you know, structure that I've ever been at so far. You know, I'm pretty pleased at where we're at. You know, we got another whole week to go. You know, 8 days left, and you know, I'm starting to get really excited. I picked up my pros and trunks today from Christine Marsh Designs, and they're looking good. So they fit perfect, and I know they're gonna look, you know, amazing, you know, come showtime. So like I said, I'm feeling real good. I'm probably gonna come in later, maybe do a little bit of back, and do some abs and do a little bit of cardio. But today's going to be a little bit more higher carb day, probably getting around 400 grams today. I'm going to shoot thoughts back and forth to my trainer, Honey Rambod, and whatnot. So we'll see how that goes. But right now, I got to get out of here. So this is The Gift, signing out. Peace.